Hooty hoo, hooty hoo. Oh my god. Joysticks and D-pads. Welcome back to another episode of Just Gaymin Pod. Episode 5. And who am I? I am the girl that you want to furiously jump with. Miss B. And I'm here with some other furious jumpers. Introduce yourselves, furious jumpers.
Fuck my pussy. I'm Will.
What the fuck? Okay, work, baby.
Sorry.
You believe in women's rights. I respect it.
I do. Women's rights.
Yes. Power to the women, honey.
Pussy power.
Speaking of pussy power, who are you?
I'm the free spirit that lets you slam my clam for 30 francs.
She used the currency and everything. Not the pearl! Oh my god! 30 francs! I'm trying so hard not to laugh because it'll make me cough.
Do it.
You know she wants to hurt you.
What got you the francs or the slam my clam?
Everything. It was the combo.
Trigger.
It's a combination of clams and franks. And then I circled back around and heard free spirit, which is close enough to two spirit that I was like, huh. So
She was like,
Latina icon.
Jesus. Okay. Whew. Wow. We're here with our little clams. To give you all another episod.
Yes.
Episode 5. Just
Episode
Gaymin
5.
Pod. Where you can find us on all our social media at Just Gaymin Pod. JUSTGYMINPOD. We're also streaming live on Twitch at Just Gaymin Pod 1. JUSTGYMINPOD at the number 1. For now. We'll change it eventually. And look for us everywhere. All social media. Engage with us, interact with us, comment on things, like things. We appreciate it. And we got a jam-packed episode for you today. We went and saw Pool Things, starring Emma Stone.
you leave my financial status out of this.
Yeah. It was a very enjoyable film.
Oh my
Honestly,
God.
yeah.
Yes.
I was talking about your financial status.
Very enjoyable.
Honestly, yeah.
And then we're going
I'd
to play
watch
some
it.
Cutie and Booty with Will. And then we're going to go over just a playlist and talk about our songs for the week.
Ooh,
Yar.
Yar.
Are y'all ready to jump into a jam-packed episode?
I'm ready.
Okay. How jam-packed is it? Is
It's-
there any peanut butter?
So jam-packed.
It
You're
was
going to need
as,
to butter those buns.
it was as jam packed as Emma Stone's pussy in that movie.
Girl.
There was a cucumber at one point.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why did you sound like the Victoria? Like, when he noticed he can't do anything?
Yeah, let's give it Twilight Girl. She's giving RO, honey. You that old ass vampire bitch. But yes, okay. So I'm gonna throw over to my girl with Cinema Poo.
And I'm
Cinema
gonna catch
Poo.
it.
Yeah. With your tits.
Before we start,
Oh yeah.
spoiler alert.
Here's your spoiler, because we're going to be going over the movie, Poor Things.
Poor things.
Poor Things.
Preteens.
But first things first, welcome to Cinema Poo, where we're going to review some movies.
Yeah.
And like Ms. B mentioned, we watched Poor Things.
Poor things.
Now, will I take a hit and bring up my synopsis, girls? What did you watch today?
What did I watch? Slutty James and the Giant Peach.
Yeah, it was a giant peach, all right.
Yep, Slutty James and the Giant Peach. What did you watch, Will?
Women empowerment.
Okay.
I would just say it's just a journey of how the power of the pussy can make you travel the world and be that bad.
Literally, journey to the self is through the puss.
Yes.
Power to the puss. Women should be in
power
charge
of the
everything.
peach, mama.
Yeah.
Power of the peach. The peach can make you manipulate things.
Yeah.
Girl.
I live.
I love it. For some franks.
Not the hot dogs.
I was talking about the hot dogs.
Okay. What did you watch, girl?
I'm still trying to put it into words as of late, but I think I watched A Realization.
Okay.
When you peel back a lot of, if you peel back the details and keep everything to a point blank manner, you really get to the point of a lot of shit.
Okay. That feels a little abstract, but I'm into it.
Well, this is an abstract movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
There was art.
Oh, girl.
We'll get into
Some of
that.
these camera, some of the camera work in this was
All
really
of the
good.
camera work.
Yes.
All right, here is your synopsis for Poor Things, released in 2003. Brought back to life by an unorthodox scientist, a young woman runs off with a lawyer or on a whirlwind adventure across the continents, free from the prejudice of her time.
Jesus.
She grew steady fast in her
Sound it out.
I had that moment where my voice, I'm trying to hold that voice, but I'm still struggling with the baby. Okay. She grows steadily fast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
No, there literally is a period. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, girls, was that synopsis giving what the movie was giving?
Yeah.
For me personally, no, but
I
mean, I could see, hearing it, I see how it makes sense.
Yeah.
it definitely makes sense, but I feel like the movie was much deeper than that. Like that's like a good surface level for people to read, so it's a good synopsis, I guess.
I like it, yeah. So far, it gives what the movie is, but without giving too much of it away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Very delicious. It's very ravaging.
Yes.
All right. Now let's jump into this.
Let's jump in it.
Actually, where we started off with art. Okay, this movie's camera work, amazing.
A lot of fisheye lens, which I thought was really cool.
Incredible.
The shots, the way the camera was placed
So
to
good.
capture the whole room.
So good.
Whoever the fucking set designer who came up to design the buildings and the rooms and everything, amazing.
I loved every aspect of this movie. The fashion, everything about it.
Yeah.
Everything was just so good.
Yeah, I was like both pleasantly surprised at pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Same, yeah.
But also like in watching it, I was like, oh, the first 10 minutes, I was like, I'm gonna be into this. Like,
yeah,
I knew
because it was
it.
giving Tim Burton at first.
black
Like
and white.
that was just like the vibe that I was getting. I was getting like a very Tim Burton feel to it, and it still kind of was. And I was kind of getting like Edward Scissorhands, like the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just kind of like it starts black and white, and then it gets super colorful as the movie goes on, kind of like how Edward Scissorhands was. But yeah, the movie was, oh my god.
Yeah, it was really good. The camera work was incredible. The set design incredible. A lot of it was like very narratively intentioned too. So there was a lot of like narrative intention. So that
And there's like probably a lot
it
of
wasn't
hidden
like
stuff.
people are just doing this for the sake of doing it in the environment they're in. It was like, no, there was a lot of intention with like
Yeah.
the way stuff was done. Oh, so good.
Yeah, everything was so
Okay,
good.
let's start from the beginning while we're introduced to the main character, Emma Stone.
Yeah,
Oh, Bella. It was giving at first she was giving me Renesmee tease.
In what way? Explain.
Okay, well, her name is Bella, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was pregnant. And and she was just acting like like a demon baby at first. So that's what I'm trying to explain, like a vampire baby.
Oh, she's giving you vampire baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
What would
It
you
just sound-
classify this like era, the time period era?
I don't know. That was confusing too.
Yeah, I was
'cause
confused. Yeah,
It was like definitely older. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't modern. But
I want to say it was like 1800s.
It was like, yeah, it was stylistically designed in a way that felt very like current.
Yes.
So I think that was confusing, but also really cool to me. Like all of it felt very modern, but it was obviously like
I just
older.
Felt,
Yeah,
I just accepted that it was a fantasy world, like a different version of the 1800s or like the early 1900s.
Yeah, I would say the same.
I would say like it was 1920, 1930, something like that.
I would say the same.
I just want to break plates. I just wanted to do what she was doing.
You got to go to the rage room. It's
Yeah,
so fun.
there's a range room. Yeah.
A range room?
Rage. I'm sorry.
Rage.
My Toto can't learn it until level 6. So I need to wait for a bit.
So yeah, just level it up and you'll be fine.
But yeah, no, it's so good.
The rage room or the movie?
Both.
Yeah, both. I love the rage room. You've never been?
I never.
No,
been.
I want to go to it at some point.
Oh, we'll have to go.
Yeah,
It's a ton of fun.
I was offered. Me and Will were offered to go by an old boss, but I was like, that seems more like a punishment, forcing me to spend time with you outside of our work period time. So
Also just pay me money.
Yeah, I was like, instead of shelling out the cash to get a rage room, can you just like split that amongst us and just give us the money?
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh wow, okay, I guess you guys really don't want to spend any time with me. And I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, back to this movie. So
I mean, he never asked me that though, so I don't think he ever did. I think he asked you.
he said it was an idea.
Oh, it was an idea. Yeah, I don't remember.
And me and Momo were just like, just give us the money.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just buy everybody joints.
I live. So this movie. I loved it. Really, I loved it. I don't have anything bad to say. I, in fact, almost don't even want to say anything because I thought it was so good. I think it was like a journey of like self-discovery. It was a journey about growing. It was a journey about learning. It embodied like the human experience again. Like, so it was kind of interesting to have another movie that made me feel like very introspective.
Yes.
Because you're watching this young woman who, so the whole premise of the movie is, her caretaker essentially like found her body. She was pregnant with a baby. In an experiment, put her baby's brain into her body to like save her life. And then she like grows up a baby, but like in this adult body, develops really quickly, grows, soaks up her like worldly experience, and by the end is kind of this like fully realized person after going through a lot of the like the bullshit. It was kind of like, so to use maybe some psychology terms, it was kind of Freudian.
Yes.
And like the stages of development. So there was like a lot of emphasis on like, at this age, you're supposed to have these kinds of fixations. At this age, you're supposed to have these kinds of fixations. It was very that. And I was like, huh. So again, it was just really, really cool to me. The characters was so good. Everybody did a good job.
Everybody.
Nobody did a bad job.
Oh my God. Mark Ruffalo. He was great in this movie and so fucking hot.
Listen. Okay, hold on.
I'm listening.
Let me sit up for this.
Go ahead.
I would furiously jump with him 3 times a day too. I need a little button push. Orange with some blue.
I'm horny. It's your girl.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fucking in this movie.
There was so much fucking.
See, that was the surprise of this movie.
Emma Stone, girl, you did that.
Girl, she's
all I'm gonna say. No, she was seductive.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? It was so funny. Everybody was like, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. And I was like, I've always thought she was pretty, but like this movie, by the end, they had convinced me she was like the baddest bitch on the planet.
She was the baddest
I was like,
bitch
period.
on the planet.
Her hair, the bundles.
The hair.
40 inches.
40 inches.
Yes.
Honey.
40 inches. I really love the perspective from the beginning of the movie being black and white until like she sets forth.
And then color.
Yeah, I hit you with that Wizard of Oz shit.
Well, it was like the moment.
so
Well,
good.
it was like the moment that she became free from her prison.
Yeah.
The movie turns color, which I thought was a really cool artistic choice. Which is why I like, because her world was like seen in black and white, and then when she leaves, now she sees it in its full color spectrum, which is really cool.
And then
So I
the
really like
music.
that. Yeah, the music was great.
So good.
Everything about this
There
movie
was
was so good.
many string instrumentals. I love it.
Yes.
The pianos, the violin.
No, it's
the
fabulous.
Oh,
Yes.
God. I never seen a movie other than Belle that had the music match up with the movie in a very well mannered like. mesh that it added to the scene, it added to the scenario.
Definitely.
Almost to the point that I literally had to remind myself to listen to the music in the background because that's just how much it's blending in with the the movie.
Yeah, I'm actually really glad that we were able to cycle back around and see this.
Same.
Because we could have totally easily passed this one.
It came out in December.
Yeah.
So last year, and
because I was wanting to see it for after the first week it came out because I was like, do I really want to see this just yet? I like it. I like the commercial, like the. I didn't expect this movie to take the turn that it did, because it gave me, like you said, a more of a philosophical point of view. Because All of Us Strangers slapped me with some emotional shit.
Yeah.
This one hit you. So All of Us Strangers hit me in the heart. This one hit me in the brain.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Where it kind of got me like, oh, the cogs are working a little bit. Like, oh, this kind of was kind of a refresher that I've been looking for, kind of thing. Where I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah. And it was fun. There was like fun jokes and fun moments. And
God, everything in this movie was great.
You know what it was too? For anybody who's done theater, it was very like theatrical.
Yes.
It felt like I was watching a play, and I was like, I'm eating this up.
Especially the set designs, because some of them were very like,
It explored human sexuality in a really cool way too. I think people are sort of averse to seeing that kind of stuff like in movies unless it's like very explicit. And I think it was cool to see a female lead and a female character sort of being empowered in her sexuality.
Yeah.
That was really affirming to like see femininity being so powerful in sex. And to see her not willing to like accept the status quo of like men are just gonna do what men do and like you don't really have a choice. The whole movie, she pretty much, especially as she like toward the end, was like, I kind of like don't want to do any of this. I'm gonna do it the way I want.
Yeah, I gotta go home.
I love that.
She's like,
her little husband, I thought he was so cute.
Oh yeah,
Rami Youssef.
Yeah, the dude that was
yeah, Remy. The one with the mustache and the curly hair.
Yes,
he was so cute.
He was cute. He was so hot.
Very adorable. Yeah, and Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe
so
did
good.
Fantastic.
She was given bad pump though. She looked like a cat.
She did. But like basically she calls him God because
his name is Godwin.
Because his name's Godwin, so she calls him God.
When we first saw his face, I literally looked at Brandon and I was like, is this supposed to happen after the Marvel movies when he was playing the Goblin? Like, was this after the explosion?
After like the explosion in his face, yes. No, but see,
it was so good.
What I liked about this movie is just like kind of like what it represents, because Godwin, for example, is supposed to represent God.
Right.
Like actually like literally her God, because he created her.
Well, it's still exploring the ideas of seeing everything through the eyes of a child, because essentially.
But I mean, that's part of it. But I also think
the joke that they say, well, not the joke, the motto that they say in Silent Hill was like, a mother is God in the eyes of a child, which is like, it's always your parents. Like,
no, it's true, but I'm also, but also there was like another message there that had to do with like women empowerment. But it was also just like, like in the Bible, like it says that women. Well, it doesn't say that women are evil, but it basically says like it insinuates that because the woman ate the apple, whatever. And then the thing is that she discovered masturbation through an apple.
Right. It was an analogous.
So then, as you see it happen, it's the very Garden of Eden, and then you're seeing that the downfall of man is because of her. And then, so as she's like constantly just living her own life and doing her own thing, it's essentially just like going down this rabbit hole of stuff. Like they're like, no, I'm just living my life the way that I'm supposed to live.
Well, yeah, right. It's not. It's not my action. It's the way that people are reacting.
It's everybody's reaction to the action that she did. So I think that it was, in my personal opinion, what I got out of this movie is that there was a few scenes in there that actually like really broadened my perspectives on a lot of things that I think. And so like what happens is that like just like her views on sex, just the way that the guys were responding to her, like they were calling her a whore, they were saying all these things. But then, when you look at it from how she was presenting it, like she's like, oh, it's for money. It makes sense. I need money. This makes sense. Right. I know that that's weird. I know it's a weird thing, but like
not really. I mean,
I'm
sex
just-
work is valid, right?
it
Like,
is valid
yeah.
work. But I'm just saying, like to my it's just like to myself, it just made me like
Calm down with your slut shaming.
yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Like, well, no, I've learned that it's okay that I'm wrong in something,
Sure.
and it's okay that if I say something or like I used to have like this thought process that if I had like a certain thought process or something like that, this movie kind of helped me see that perspective, and then helped me look at it differently.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm saying about it. So.
I think that's fair. Like I said, again, it was this reality that if you don't do that, if you like don't learn, you end up being just like all the men in the movie minus
Yes, exactly.
minus Godwin, pretty much, or her
what
was
her
his
husband
name? Malik or
I forgot. I know it started with an M.
Markovich or something like that.
Something with an M.
Her
Her guy
husband.
ends up being her husband.
Oh,
yeah, because even he was like, okay, so you've like
Like she proposed to him.
big whoop, you've had a lot of dicks. Like, have you been tested?
Yeah.
I loved that part so much, and she was like, I love how practical
our love.
our
is.
love is. Like, T-girl. Yeah. I hear you 1,000% on that,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I think it's easy to like be judgmental when you see people in certain positions, and
Yeah.
this whole movie was just so good. There was so much stuff, and to like watch her go from being this person who just kind of like blindly, really just acted on impulse and like ego fulfillment, and like it was all just centered around the little bubble that she existed in, to like them broadening and broadening and broadening and broadening. And again, like by the end, she's this like fully realized person. You're just like, huh. And then for her at the end to like go and confront sort of the death of the old self with like, okay, I'm going to go with this guy because I need to like see who I was.
Mm-hmm.
Was so cool to me. I was like, oh, work. So she wanted to like understand why she left in the first place, and like,
Yeah.
why she is where she is, and whether or not it was actually like worse or better.
Yeah. And then she understood, and you know, now and then she realizes. See, I think the best part of my favorite part of the movie, I mean, there's so many great moments in this movie, but I just like the part where she realizes that she wants to be a doctor just like her dad was.
It was so cute.
I just think that like just a realization, because like I think like when we are like going through our lives, a lot of the time we don't know where we're going to be or what our direction is, but to get that clear picture in front of your head to say, this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to do it.
Right.
That's the part that like really like was really good. I just thought, I don't know, I got something out of this movie. I just felt like we overcomplicate life, and the way that she was looking at life showed that she was actually like, life is actually more simple than we make it. You know, like her feelings are just as valid. Like when she kept downplaying Mark Ruffalo's character, she's like, and you're crying and it's making me upset. Like, you know, like when she would say stuff like that, I just thought it was great. So I thought it was really good, just to like, she had like clear boundaries.
Well, and again, I think
that.
that part is where I was always falling back into the space of like watching her have these interactions where it was like, how you feel is making me feel some kind of way is very Freudian, right? Like it's very much like I haven't developed like an external sense of self and like how I could like respond to people's stuff.
Yes.
Because like where she was at, it was very much like a child kind of being like, I lack the awareness of being like, oh, you're sad. I should probably be like, that's okay. Like, you're sad. And instead she was just kind of like, okay.
I'll just let you feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, so it was very fierce. I love the movie was so good. Everybody did such a fabulous job. I love it.
I really enjoyed this movie from point A to point B. The journey in and of itself, I really loved the development, the story, the set designing, the fashion.
Fashion is great.
Because baby, it was a look.
You like that? You like the boots?
I loved her
You
shoes.
love the shoes.
It was the fact that they even gave me the clear ASMR of heels clacking on floors for this movie for her.
I really
And
like
love
the
it.
shoulder
on
pads.
the stone floors, on the wooden floors, on those ship floors, and even in that marble house.
That old lady, Martha.
When
So
I was a
iconic.
bitch.
Oh, iconic.
The one that was running the whorehouse.
No,
No, the one that was on the ship, where he tried to throw
The
her
rich old lady?
overboard, but he couldn't. She said,
She
"I
just
love to see you
disappeared,
try."
and I hate that.
I know, she literally disappeared.
I don't know why. There was a part of me that kind of wish I got a little clip of just her saying goodbye and then like
Well,
Yeah, I
the
just wanted
fascinating
that.
thing to me too was that she learned a lot from like other women in this movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was very cool to kind of see that, like, again, like a lot of her biggest lessons came from other women.
Yes.
And every time she like trusted a man to like teach her a lesson, it kind of backfired.
Yeah, backfired.
So that
big
was
time.
very fascinating. It was because it was a lot of men who were trying to tell her what her perspective should be,
Mhm.
or who she should be, or how she should be.
Yeah.
And when she was coming into contact with like people who weren't doing that, and most of the time as women, she just kind of was like, oh, okay, like this is like fierce.
Mhm.
I love it.
Kind of just describe my journey of my pup self.
Mhm.
Yeah.
very
I can see that. I
yeah.
can see how that makes sense. It was cool. It was cool to see. Like I said, the movie was one. I just am so into this. Like I said, for some reason it gives me James and the Giant Peach vibes.
I get it.
It's
yeah.
just weird, and it's like it doesn't always make sense, and it's like, oh, what the fuck am I watching? But like, there's a purpose, and I honestly like enjoyed every second. I was tuned in the whole time.
I was tuned in. Like it felt like I thought like I'm like this movie's going a little bit long, but I'm like I don't mind though. I really don't mind it.
But at the part where her husband showed up, or whoever he was showed up,
I felt like okay,
That
that
part,
was
I
like
was
pushing
like,
it a little bit. But
okay,
I'm like,
we've been sitting here for like 3 hours. Like we probably cut it off, and then we got out, and I was like, oh, it hasn't even been 3 hours yet.
I
like,
was-
no.
It was just
That was
over
good.
2.
Yeah.
I was kind of thoroughly enjoyed the fact that fucker showed up,
Yeah.
because I was like, why would you emphasize somebody knew her in that other town and called her by a different name
Mhm.
Yeah.
if nothing was gonna happen because of it?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, good. There's a reaction.
Mhm.
I'm just glad. I'm just so glad with a lot of decisions they made in this movie. I just thought that the pacing was perfect. Everything
Mhm.
about it. There wasn't really a dull moment. I
For the
didn't feel
first time,
tired.
I felt like
nothing.
this could use another hour.
Yeah, that was like another
Huh.
thing because it was so good. It just captivated me so much. And I have to just say, I absolutely
Give me the clip of her going through medical school now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But honestly, I just have to say this. I love Emma Stone.
I do too. She's
I
fucking
love
fabulous.
Emma Stone now, and I'm
Yeah,
just like
she's-
I'm a huge Emma
I mean,
Stone
I
fan
always
now.
have like,
Ever since
I mean-
EVA.
yeah, even before
Before
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? House Bunny.
But just to like watch her development, I think as an actress, because
Mhm.
I haven't like seen her in a movie like this one. So for her to like embody this role where, I mean, a lot of her dialogue wasn't dialogue that was super like straightforward until like closer to the end.
Yeah.
And so I was like, for her to have embodied that and to like characterize so well, like, oh,
Even her getting up from
So
the chair.
good.
That's the thing that like baffled me, like how she got up from the chair and then went into the
Uh-huh.
walk that she does. Like even you see the walk slowly improve and all these
Uh-huh.
things, just like the little things that
it was
like
really good.
just
A
little
lot of like
things.
body acting, and
She
yeah.
did so well.
And everybody was good. Mark Ruffalo was hilarious.
Oh, Mark Ruffalo did such a good job. He was so sexy, but at the same time, he was
Fucking
pitiful.
hated him. Yeah,
Hated
you're
him.
Like, you're
It's
such an
just-
asshole. You groveling little man.
He's like, Bella, you won my heart.
She was like, "Leave us alone."
What was it? He's like, you're nothing but whores. What did she say to him?
At the snowball part,
Mm-hmm.
she was like, what did he say? You're nothing but horror. She was like, something about we have to make our means or something like that.
It was something else, but it was more intelligent. It was just
Yeah.
really intelligent.
No, this movie was so good though.
Yeah, she was just like very smart ass about it, and then it kind of went into a Zola route a little bit, where it was like a bunch of different men going into house.
Oh, yeah.
There was one scene that sort of triggered me
Uh-huh.
because it reminded me of like something
The
that
kids?
could have happened. The kids scene.
That was a little.
That was a little
Yeah.
bit. That sort of technically happened to me.
Right.
So I'm just like, that's the part where it kind of triggered me,
yeah.
and I'm just like, oof.
It was uncomfortable. That part
Yeah,
was
that
uncomfortable.
was very uncomfortable,
I
but-
think especially, but again, there was like a lot of intention. I don't feel like anything in the movie, because with something like sex, especially, I think so easily, it's easy for, I think American society especially to just consume
Mhm.
sexuality, but we consume it in such a way that there's like a lot of stigma and shame around it,
Yeah.
especially for women.
Yes.
And so, I think they were really intentional in like depicting the way that masculinity and like male dominance in a sexual space like was propagating everywhere, right? And it was
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, like the reason that all of this is ultimately like so gross is because a lot of these men are doing
Gross
stuff
things,
because
yeah.
they're men, like,
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
just doing gross
yeah,
things.
because they can, they will. And so yeah, it was just like I said, really, really fascinating to me. Really cool. I want to watch it again.
I do too. I really, really want to see this again. It's so
I would buy
good.
it. It was a good movie. It was really, really good.
Apparently DVDs are no longer a thing.
I'll just buy it on streaming.
Yeah.
I have Amazon Prime now.
That kind of upsets me.
It does.
Yeah,
because
that's
you
why
can
I'm
no
hanging on
longer
to
own your
mine.
movies.
Yeah. That's going to be gold in a couple of years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna
people
be-
think it's
yeah.
stupid to keep, but I'm like, I'll just what I have, I'll keep it.
Bitch.
I haven't
What
bought
if the
any new
internet
ones
goes
in a while.
down?
Yeah, I haven't bought any new ones in a while.
Bitch, I lived in Alaska where you had to pay $300 for just 500 gigabytes of internet. Streaming's not always an option.
Damn,
Or like, what if
I
they
remember
now
when you were doing
that
that.
movies are off the table, they could literally start banning Netflix accounts that are sharing passwords with more than one person.
yeah.
And then once that happens, then all of a sudden, like, you can't even enter it with your. You can't even watch any movies on Netflix unless you go to a friend's house or something. I think piracy is just going to come back at this point. So,
Get your vitamin C. I don't want scurvy.
Army.
arr, baby, arr.
But yeah, shall we school?
Let's go it.
Let's do it. Brand question?
Yeah, so all tea is a 10. Like, it's another 10, girl. I had such a good time. Like, I think I felt it in a different way from all of us strangers. Like, I've definitely felt it in a different way. But I had a good time. Like I said, I sat there, I was sitting there just tuned in, engaged. Literally, like, felt like shit all day. And I was like, I left this feeling like, oh, that was a really good experience.
And mentally stimulated.
Yeah, it was worth the money. So definitely like 10
It
out
gave me
of
the
10.
good serotonin.
Yes.
Yeah, 10.
I give it a 10. It was perfect in every way, shape, and form that a movie can be great.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies that I can literally like just watch in the
I
background
understand why
multiple
she wants
times.
so many accolades for this movie.
I understand so much.
Yeah, because I
especially
think she got a Golden Globe nomination, right?
she got
Yeah.
something for it, but I just know that like this movie was critically acclaimed before it was even released to the public, you know? So like it's
I think it was a film festival movie.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. And
It was
so
really good.
But 10 for me.
I give it 10 C-sections out of 10.
Yeah, it was.
It was amazing.
my baby?
Where's my baby? In my head.
That was just the only thing that I got.
The baby is me. Instead of the stones are in me, the baby is me.
I think there's one little thing that I wish that they would have explored slightly more in this movie.
Okay.
Her explaining to her ex-husband or whatever that the baby was implanted. She does mention it, but I just wanted there to be like a little bit of dialogue where it's like, I can't love you because technically I'm your daughter, sort of thing.
Well, the whole intention of that part, though, more so than anything, I think, was that it didn't really matter what she said or did. He was a man who was like, you're my property. I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Yeah, very that.
So it was, I think that was highlighted exactly how it needed to be.
Yeah,
Because he was the
that's right,
opposite
yeah.
of the other, of Remy's character who like respected her and appreciated
Treated
what
her
she
like
had
a
to
human being.
Yeah.
like bring to the table, like, and engaged with her autonomy as like a person. This guy was like, you're my property. He didn't care what she had to say.
All he did was just pull out a gun and thought that was power.
That gun was pissy, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but the moment she took that shit away from him, he was
Shot
nothing.
his ass in the foot, honey.
It turned him into a goat.
Wow, bitch. And yeah, I kind of agree with you. I wanted to see more of her exploring like the old, like what happened to the bitch, the body. But like,
Yeah.
you don't get that much other than that dinner scene when she was just realizing like, oh, we were shitty people.
Yeah, this like sucked.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was horrible.
Like, you're just shitty to these people around her because she worked
Yeah.
and she understands like the struggle of certain people. So she's just like, wow, I just realized there's shitty people and I just saw like the shitty ends of certain worlds just to see that you're also some of the people that add to that.
Well, but also, so
destruction.
ultimately, like, you boxed up my room and put a bunch of blankets all over my stuff after I killed myself. Why did I kill myself?
Yeah.
I literally jumped off a bridge because my life was so horrible.
Yeah.
Whether that be because I was a horrible person or because I just wasn't happy with my life or some mix of both. Like,
Or was what he really said was the truth? That she said that she didn't want to be a mother and that she saw the baby as a thing, and that's why she said that she doesn't have any maternal instincts, kind of thing. Remember when she says that?
well, yeah, but again, I think that negates a lot of the like the sort of environmental realities that were so apparent in that environment.
Yeah.
But yes, go see Poor Things out
Poor
in
Things.
theaters. I think probably temporarily for now, but I, mean,
I think it's going to be coming out
I
like
think
very
it's on
soon.
streaming already.
yeah.
I think it's on Prime and all that. So if you can catch it on streaming, definitely do so.
Yeah,
It's so worth the
Definitely. Yes. I highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Yar vibes. Okay,
Yar.
well, are you ready to play some kitty
Let's play
bitty?
some kitty and bitty. Oh
Okay,
my
baby.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me get this. Let me get this. Let me get this. My synopsis. Hi, welcome to the download queue. I am your host, Will. And in the download queue, if you're new to this whole entire segment, what we do here is that I read a mysterious video game synopsis to my co-host. My co-host will then judge the game based off of the little knowledge that they know about it and see if it's a game that they would like to add to their download queue list, something that they would like to play. Or is it something that's booty, something that can go away and never see the light of day? And I will be giving as little bit, I won't be giving names or anything like that to try to keep it as mysterious as possible. And then they try to guess what the game is. And if they're right or whatever, does that change their thought process when I reveal what the game is? Are you guys ready?
I'm ready, Barbs.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. You play as this main character who is a gentleman scientist who has been trapped by a demon and transported to a mysterious wilderness world. This character must learn to exploit his environment and its inhabitants if he ever hopes to escape and find his way back home.
Power World.
No.
No.
No, Pat.
Oh God.
Is it a cutie or booty based
It's a
off of that?
cutie.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I don't like that the lead is exclusively male, but like cutie, I guess.
Well, there's a sort of sequel to it, and
Can I
I think it
have-
has a female in it. Go ahead.
Can I have a gay romance?
That I don't know,
I give
actually.
it a booty.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cutie, I guess.
Cutie. Does anybody have any guess of what this game is?
I'm still trying to think. A few things come to mind, like it's that
Castlevania?
No. Power World's in the right direction in multiple ways.
Animal Crossing.
No.
Is it Enshrouded?
No.
Okay.
It's an indie game.
Okay. The Hades?
No.
Stardew Valley.
Once again, you're in the right direction, but it's not. It's
Harvest
not.
Moon.
No.
Story of Seasons.
No.
more farming or less farming?
Yeah.
I think there's more farming to it, if I'm not mistaken. And I think you have played this game before. I think
Room
I've seen you
Factory
play it.
5.
No.
I have no idea what it is. Minecraft?
This game is also on PlayStation. I think it's also on PC. It's on Xbox. It's on everything.
No, I have no idea.
Oh, this is gonna bug me. Hit me with it. Are you good with knowing what the title is, girl?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
The game is Don't Starve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Don't
This
Starve.
is the other game you shamed me for playing.
Did I?
Yeah, that's why I stopped playing it.
Don't Starve.
Oh, sorry.
There's a Don't Starve 2 where you can play.
Don't Starve.
Yeah, Don't Starve together.
Oh, okay.
And the
You
reason
saw me
why I
play
chose
this
the reason why I chose this game is because I felt like it matched the aesthetic of Poor Things.
You know what? Actually,
Yeah.
that's really
So-
tea. This is like a little spooky thing.
Yeah, it's very spooky.
So it's like a survival, like
Yeah.
Stardew game. Okay.
Yeah, so you literally go through the process of having to catch your own animal. You basically you can, how would I put it? You can micromanage an island yourself where you can place like the rules of the land in and of itself. If you keep it normal, you just have like a normal like, oh, it's raining, it's sunny. You have to get like your stuff ready before like a certain season, because if not, then that's like, oh, you're slowly getting your shit rocked because of winter and shit like that. So it's literally, you have to go hunt, get your own food, grow your own food, get your stuff like situated, and slowly like rebuild your own little like world. The other one that I kind of wanted to do was there's a space version.
a space version of this game.
There's one that's like it, not the same creators, but there's like a different like game, but there's one that's like you're in space.
I
Oh.
don't think I ever seen that.
Yeah, no, this definitely stays a cutie for me. I've never played it, but I think I've seen it a few times, and this is cute. I mean, I like the genre, so.
Mm-hmm. It's not
Cute.
necessarily my cup of tea. Apparently, I shamed a Trigger for this, and I apologize. I am now slightly more mature than I have been now. So,
Oh,
I like-
boo-hoo, you got shamed. You gonna let a white man push you around like that, girl?
Girl, it's me.
She's like, yeah, I am actually.
White man
not
laying
white.
dick.
Right, you can make me do whatever you want, honey.
Oh, God.
Except for make fire bread, I do that on my terms.
But it's so good because I eat it.
Right.
Mhm.
He meant that in another way.
What is it that Ariana's like? Eat it. Eat it. Eat it.
No, what was it that Emma Stone
Wait, was
said? Oh, you're not gonna ravel me with your tongue or something like that.
Oh yeah, tongue play.
You're not, tongue play or whatever
Tongue
she
play,
said.
baby.
Oh, so funny.
Hilarious.
So it's not gonna happen.
So it's not gonna happen.
Just
Literally my sexual exploration of my life.
It's so hilarious. So this is not a cutie for you.
Well, I mean, I haven't really given it a proper shot, but
Uh-huh.
if I was just to go based off of how it
Like
looks
what you
and,
know and stuff.
and just like what I know, survival
Probably
building
not
thing,
your tea.
it's not my tea.
Sure.
It's just not.
So it's a cutie for you.
Yeah.
Work.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love that. That's cute.
Yeah.
Don't starve.
Don't starve and don't starve together.
It works. It worked out for a good moment.
Mm.
I don't know if I got I think it's on PlayStation I got it.
Yeah, you got it on PlayStation. It was free for PlayStation Plus.
Oh.
Come on, friend.
So young.
Yeah.
And if you don't have it, I know I definitely have it.
Okay.
He downloads all the PlayStation Plus games.
I love
Well, he
that
adds
for
to
you.
his library still.
Yep.
I
So-
have the option to do it, but I just don't do it.
What are we playing?
Yeah, what are we playing?
I've been playing Power.
Yeah.
Yeah, like playing from what I
Girl,
hear.
she's living in it.
Bitch, I get to do my own level of grinding and figuring out what I want to do. So I figured out a lot, a majority of the time. Whenever Will's walking by, I'm just like, oh, hey, look at this. And he's just like, what's good? Oh. And I'm like, yeah, now look at this one. I have my ganja moment where I'm just like, so how's Shido?
Yeah.
How's Shido? Like,
It was crazy because it's like he's mastered the game in such a way that I'm just like, I didn't even think about that. Like he noticed like because he's actually reading the stuff where I don't. I'm just like trying to figure it out as I play. So like he noticed that if you have like, for example, 5 of the cat pals in the beginning, they each can hold an additional 50 pounds of weight. So if you had all 5 of them on you, that essentially gives you like an additional 250 weight on your top of the 250 you start with. So you literally have 500 that you can carry back to base without it slowing you down.
Oh, like
And-
in your party, you mean?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to
And
be in your party.
it's just like things like that. He also noticed as what like that Tombat is like a really good like overall person for the base.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. And
Different
that-
people have different, so like different people have different speeds, loadouts.
Mm.
So cooking in and of itself kind of takes time to do stuff. And remember how we caught like the Firefox at the beginning and they kind of help out and stuff. Your sheep, the goat,
Our socks.
yeah,
Yeah.
they would be perfect in his bushi. They'd be perfect because they're a level 2 fire. So anything that involves like, including refining coal and ore.
They're, like, super
They do
fast.
that stuff faster.
very fast.
Yeah, that's why I only ever used our socks for the ore
Yeah.
or the ingots.
So I'm like, yay. I found out the same with them that do the watering, the planting.
So what
gathering.
level are you?
31.
God damn, girl.
I live. Okay.
But that's me taking things slow because once I get my base managed and moved around, I got to establish my second base and I picked an area that has
So good.
5 to 6 ores that pop up. So those are the ones I keep my tombats. I found the desert and I found turtles. I like turtles.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've
You're a
seen
good
this one.
zombie.
Those guys are perfect for mining as well because all they have is just a level 3 mining skill.
Mm.
So I just throw those bitches out there and a bunch of my I usually like to, so look, in the beginning they always say the Tombat is good because he does gathering, mining, and transporting. which is basically gathering and transporting are like the two biggest things you would like. The reason why he would be better is because he's like Daydream. They stay up 24/7.
Yeah, I think
They don't go
dark
to-
types,
they don't go
dark
to bed.
types don't go to sleep.
Yeah, at bedtime they don't go to sleep. They still do shit around the camp. The other thing I figured out was, okay, so remember when you beat like the big ones, they always drop like ancient gear and stuff like that. You can butcher them and you get that stuff again.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the little knife.
Yeah, you have to equip the meat cleaver and you have to hit the gesture button. So like if you're ever on your base and it's just like if you throw one of your pals out and it's like you click a reaction button, so it's like, oh, if you're trying to feed them or pet them and stuff like that. So you go through that, and the option that's gonna be new is butcher them. I needed a lot of electric organs, so I had to try to find a lot of. It's hard to find. I haven't found an area where a lot of the electric pals pop out. I barely found the volcano area. Bitch. There's just one of them. Bluish purple flames, and I love them, and I caught them so quick.
Yeah, I wasn't strong enough to catch him, but
I wasn't.
I've done my Nightwing tour.
She even caught the freaking moss thing that you get at the very beginning of the game. That big mammoth thing.
The mammoth.
Yeah,
Like-
I built my base, and I don't know what happened. They glitched out, so trying to think where I can tell you. Remember when I tried to set a base the first time we were playing? So I did, but instead of like on the left side, it was the right side next to the waterfall. And it works pretty amazing the way I set it up. It just sucks for me a little bit because some of them pop up outside of the fucking
The base.
yeah, the defense barrier that I put around the base. They always pop up outside of it because on the where I set it up, part of my base falls off a cliffside. And the weirdest thing is, no matter what happens, the enemy always ignores the rest of the base, and they always try to come through that area, but they can't climb or do anything. So they're just walking in circles, just trying to get in. And I'm like, even including when I got raided by other pals, and I was just like, what the fuck? All of you just circle. So all I have to do is literally, I leveled up once just because one of them came by and I had Nightwing with me, and they know power bomb or power something. So it's like a giant orb, and they throw it and it hits a wide range area. Hit all of them, and all I had to do was just stand there and just start throwing.
Oh yeah, I
spheres.
saw that. Yeah.
And I just started throwing spheres, and I just started catching them.
Like where our base was at the very bottom of that mountain, they get stuck right there.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have had the itch to play, so I'll probably play tomorrow. I like definitely needed a break after hitting it so hard. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah.
But
That was my day today. I was like, I have all this free time. You know what? I'm gonna nap. I had a shitty day at work. Then this movie kind of.
yeah, I'm gonna play though. I think I want to move the second base that we built. I don't know if I like it where it's at.
I don't like it where it's at.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna box them bitches up and put them somewhere else, and maybe get rid of the first one too. To be honest,
What happened to the material? What happens to the material and everything? The base.
from what I understand, it just
keep
like
empty
stays
pockets.
there,
Throw
yeah.
all those fucking the pink. Catch a bunch of those cats. Make things faster because my dumbass would just stand there and try to break things with my own axe and shit. When you're about to build things, look at the very bottom of the screen. There's an option to dismantle.
Yeah, dismantle.
And you just click, and then whatever you dismantle, the materials that you use to build it just drops.
Okay.
Which is kind of bad sometimes if you're gonna
Because
go
you
through
gotta
a map.
carry. Yeah.
So,
But also, if you deconstruct the base computer, it decompresses the whole base, and everything just turns back into the material that it was before you built it.
Yeah, but
So you just have a bunch of stuff sitting around. So you just have to go around, collect the stuff, grappling gun or whatever, and then put it in a chest, store the chest, and then you just fast travel or whatever.
Oh god, that sounds like a lot of work.
it is.
We'll see. I might have fun with it tomorrow.
So I built my. So I'm. My biggest advice is build your protection wall outside of the base zone.
Oh, okay. So it works. That works.
Yeah, because if you have any fire types in your party or on the field,
They'll
if
burn
they're
the wall.
trying to defend the base, they're gonna hit and burn everything. I lost
so much stuff.
Now, my second base, I went through so much wood material because of that shit. I'll leave and then come back and realize, oh shit, I don't have anybody that knew water is dead. because they're trying to extinguish it, but for some reason they're so stupid that they get so close that they start burning themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. I saw it. Like he has those little pigments shooting water at the wall. It's so funny.
I'm like, do it, and I'm like, oh, you died. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play some more.
You should definitely play it on stream. Yeah.
So I got my own little mining town. I got my base. So my first base is mainly just gonna be my incubation, crafting, and I'm trying to figure out. So you would have an option to get a third base. The third base, if and where I ever set it up, I think that just might be my manufacturer area.
What's on Nate's? I've seen a few online too that I'm like are pretty cool, and it seems like you can kind of make it all-in-one. I don't know. Building multiple sounds like a lot, but
well, I like having designated areas because one of them is my mining town, so that's where all I get my ores and a little bit of like lumber. So I like to just think of it as like
your District 12.
Yeah, it's my refinement town for all my coal, all my ores, and the next one I want to just be my manufacturer. So when you level things up, you can get more. I just want a bunch of workbenches and just have a bunch of them working.
I live.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What about you, Will?
I've been playing on my off-stream time. I've been playing Prince of Persia, the Crown, something Crown.
Working your piss.
I fucking love it.
He really loves it.
I love it. It's so
it
good.
kind of looks like Metroid, so I think that's why.
That's why I love it so much. I love it so much because of that. And we played Tekken 8 recently.
So fun.
So that was like really fun.
Okay, can I just say this? I was giving it to Will.
And then I gave it right back, baby.
No.
Yes, I did.
We should have kept track of who was winning what.
We really should have.
I do definitely feel like I beat you more.
I think you probably did, like maybe like 1 or 2 rounds, but yeah, you won
I got
more.
rid of my girl.
Honest.
She might Lucky Chloe, but she might come back as DLC. I mean, Eddie's not even in the game. I'm very sad about it. Yeah, Eddie's not in it.
Yeah, there's this coffee bitch in it now.
Yeah, Eddie.
Tienes café?
Tienes café.
Is she the new?
She's not Eddie. She doesn't have like she doesn't do capoeira, but
Is she the new dance fighter?
yeah,
Kind
essentially,
of.
yeah.
Because that's
There's a lot of Dead or Alive references in this
A
new
lot.
Tekken, and I'm like, what the hell is going on in here right now?
Are they gonna do a crossover then?
They should at this point.
I'll have to show you guys the customization that people are doing. There's this one person who's making characters from other like games and anime and like different stuff and putting them in the game. And it's so accurate, so cool.
Yeah.
No, Tekken was a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy it.
Isn't that
I just
guy
don't
who
know
made
if I want
that
to pay the full
Valdo
price.
who turned into a magic heart? Is that her?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe it could be though. I
That's
don't know.
great, though.
We'll have to see. We'll look at.
So then, legend.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
look at her resume.
And then I played Pokemon on stream. So today, on today's stream, you know, you're hearing this on Wednesday, but on Sunday's stream, I got 7 shinies.
Girl, you had the shiny puss.
Girl, 2 shiny Littens, 2 shiny Rowlets, 3 shiny Chespins, and technically...
You want a Litten on my chest pin?
Only if you lick my Rowlet.
Oh!
I'll squeeze your Jigglypuff at the same time.
Oh my God. And then I'll hit you in your decidui.
Once you give me some of that Machoke.
Machamp me. Oh.
My champion.
Oh my God.
Sounds
Hitmondi, baby.
Him on me.
Hit on me. I'll be your Hitmontop. Ooh.
I want to be a Hitmo bottom. Too bad I'm Hitmo verse.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun. Yeah, you had a lot of shiny luck today, though.
Yeah, it was very good. It was a very good streaming day today.
Glitch is coming in.
Glitch
giving you the
helping-
sandwiches.
Yes. Glitch helping me. Everybody who was in chat. I quit.
You have
Yeah.
such a
Like-
little like collection of friendly people now.
Yeah, it's just a little Pokemon community that we're building up. So yeah.
I love it, vibes.
Well, comparing it to what I see other people, you give a lot of good interactions with like the fan base.
Yeah.
People who join the stream. There's times where I jump on like Growler Live or like other people's instas, and it's like some people
They straight up ignore you.
some of them you didn't turn your phone off. Like
Yeah.
one of them is literally just I hopped onto the stream and all I see is duct tape over nipples. a harness and a jock strap, and then just jumping up and down to
On Growler Live?
Yeah.
They now allow that?
Apparently, you're not allowed to show your nipples on Growler Live. That's how you get your stream taken down.
But you're allowed to wear a jock and a harness, and
you're not allowed to turn around in the jock. You can only show the front.
Oh, okay.
If you show anything
bulge.
of the back, even if it's side butt, you get banned.
Okay.
You don't get banned. You get your live.
I remember that they'll temporarily take out your account even if you were driving and live streaming at the same time.
Oh, that is
That's
not a thing anymore.
Oh, now people do that?
There's one person I used to watch, and they don't come on as much because they got a different job now. It was somebody that used to work for Uber Eats, and they literally had their phone displayed and just showing like them driving around. They only stopped because one person said that that's dangerous, that you might be showing like locations.
Yeah.
And that's really dangerous, and that guy wasn't believing it until like someone was like, yeah, like I can tell you're here, and this is where you're at. And he goes like, how do you know? And they're like, you're fucking driving around, and it's not that hard to look up what you're doing and where you're at. So he was just like, oh, okay. So he switched it where it's just showing him in his car, but it's like,
well, now they know where he's at anyway. So
I only cared about like, it was a good, I don't know, I'm one of those people that like seeing scenery, like scenic routes and shit, and seeing things. So it was just nice. It felt like I was going on a smoke cruise without having to leave the house sometimes.
that's cool.
Love it.
Yo.
And what have you been playing, Miss Girly Girl?
What have I been playing? I don't know. I've been sick. I'm like sick this week. So
She's playing sick. Oh my god.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
playing
baby. No, I mean, I guess like heavily. Nate and I are really trying to finish Baldur's Gate, so we've been hitting that shit hard. We're at the end, and we're at the final boss, and we have tried 3 times, and we're not beating it, and we were so close
Only
today.
3 times? You make it sound like you did it
Just-
16 times.
It feels like 16 though. I mean, the fight is so lengthy that it's
it's
just
a lengthy
like
fight. Okay.
So yeah, it's fun. It's cute. I'm having a fun time. I'm like at this point with it though, where I really want to just start a new game. I want to like play a new character. I want to like go back and like do the things that we missed this first go round. So I just want to be able to like have a fuller experience, because I feel like me and Nate kind of rushed this one. So yeah. It's fun. It's cute. I mean, again, I love Baldur's. It's fun.
And you played Apex Legends yesterday.
Yes, I did with Cash. That was fun. I'm just trying to beat the battle pass.
Look at you getting that battle pass, girl.
I hate the game. And then Overwatch is updating for season 9 soon, and apparently they're making all these changes to support, and everybody in the game is supposedly gonna have like self-heal now.
What?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So then what's the point?
What's the point of healers?
I don't know, bitch.
Then
Like-
again, my DPS Moira still got
right.
it.
I was gonna say DPS Moira will be fine. Yeah, no. So just
Girl,
lots of
I'm still
Baldur's.
surprised about that last time.
What?
I keep myself alive. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I could tell. I was dying all the time.
My girl just keeps dying all the time.
I'm like, she's diving headfirst into an enemy, and I'm like, girl, you ain't protecting me, so like, why do I need to follow you?
Ooh.
The dive tank is diving into the enemy. What are you doing, girl? I don't know what I'm supposed to.
She's like solo doing it, and I'm like, if we had some people backing us up, everybody's always so scattered sometimes. When it's all the girls, we're good.
Yeah.
When we're playing with other people, it's always this weird like.
Oh, I hate playing with other people. Can't stand it.
Nope.
But okay. Shall we do the last part? I'm assuming we're like at time probably.
We're
Almost.
we're almost.
Okay, so to close out today, as we normally do,
Just to play us.
we're gonna give you hot jams.
Raw
so-
butter.
Taking it back.
Yeah.
Taking it back. Ooh.
Yeah.
The hottest new jams of the
So we have curated playlists that we decided late last year to start doing. We're going to commit to a full year this year. We want to be able to share songs, our favorite songs, with y'all weekly, just to kind of check out, play, listen to, something to engage with, interact with. So you can find those at Just the Playlist. That's JustThePlaylist on Apple Music and Spotify. Look for our logo. That'll be the playlist. And so weekly we listen to some songs off pod, and then we each pick a song that we want to choose for that week to add to the playlist. And so I'll have everybody go over their song choices and discuss why they picked them, and then go from there.
No.
Okay, well, what's your song? Why did you pick it?
Mine was J. Cole's Love Yours.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a classic song that came out in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And I recently just heard it because I recently got into J. Cole while I was at work. And I really, really love his music. And I think that he really, really speaks like really good stuff. Mm-hmm. This one was really good because I'm just kind of like in this weird, well, not weird, but I'm just in this very interesting, I feel like I'm growing as a person slowly, you know, with this new job coming along, the streaming and, you know, and just
everything.
Slowly taking care of myself, not 100%, but I'm, you know, just taking my care of myself and my mental health. But I am, so hearing this song is just like a reminder, just like somebody's always going to have better clothes than you. Somebody's always going to have a better car than you. You know, don't compare your life to other people, because at the end of the day, even if you had their life, you're always going to want to love yours kind of thing. So love your life kind of thing.
It was a good song.
Which I really like. So
yeah, I like J. Cole. J. Cole's legit.
Mm-hmm.
Very good choice.
Very good. Very good.
And what about you, Bibes?
I ended up getting Holler, remixed by Kalila.
Kalila.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Shy Gal.
Featuring Shaggy. Yeah. My YouTube's been like taking... Okay, so most of the time I'm just listening to YouTube Music or iTunes. YouTube Music this time around has like slapped me with a bunch of like different... A really weird direction. It started figuring out that I like K-pop, so it started throwing me other bands. And as you can tell, like, one of the past ones I liked... she got thrown out there in the past where I was just like, ooh, my sonic lesbian music. Like,
yeah, Kalila's legit.
This recent song, I loved it, and the visuals that she put with it. So I was like, you know what? All that together, give me that. It makes me wish I attended more time sheep herding so I can make my own little outfit of sheep wool like she did.
Mm-hmm. No, it's very cute. I love the song.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. It's very vibey.
It gave me something I don't know yet. It reminded me of another song. I just need to figure. I think I remember it, but I just need to figure out what it was called. But yeah, it started with the D. I know that, or it was the artist.
I'll give you something that starts with D.
I need to ask for that later. I don't know. It was just the
green button. Okay, lovely.
And
yeah,
you,
no,
Miss
it was a great song choice by you both. My choice obviously is "Hiss" by Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion.
It's your girl.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a good song. It's like, it's a good rap song. It's a good ass diss song. It's just, it's good quality. Like, I just love, like, I love when I feel like I'm hearing stuff today that makes me think of like when I was younger and growing up on it. And I'm like, oh, this is the feeling you get listening to like 90s rappers like bash on each other all the time. Like, yes, everybody needs to fight. I love it. It's just so good. The visuals so good. I'm obsessed with Megan Thee Stallion. So fucking love it. Love it.
Well, she won me back over from the legendary era, so I'm good.
Yeah.
So I'm good right now.
Oh yeah.
I had to
That was
dedicate
kind of
for
why
her.
we fell off.
That's why I fell off for her. Because
Why
I'm
y'all
like,
fell off? I never fell off.
I kind of fell off hard. It was just one of those things where she makes good music, but I have to be in a particular mood for it.
I love Megan. Yeah, I just, oh God, I love Megan. But yeah, so that's my song for obvious reasons. Yeah.
And then we heard the diss track from Nicki.
Uh-huh.
The response, if you want to call it that. I think she just dissed herself in the entire song.
Well,
so.
she said there's going to be a second installment, so can we
Oh, she's going to make it worse. The sober version.
It's your girl.
No comment.
You're welcome.
All comments made on the pod reflect only 1/3 of the opinions here.
It actually is the third.
Comments made by Will are not the comments or thoughts or opinions reflected of JGP as an entire entity. Thank you. But also T, it sucked. It is what it is, girl.
terrible.
Just wrap it up. It wasn't good. I don't want to listen to it.
Nope.
Like I heard it and I heard it. That's all I'll say. I wish I could get 3 minutes back. Like just not good. But yes. So thank you everyone for hopping in with us on another episode of Just Gaymin Pod. You can find us, follow us, experience us, share us, talk with us at pretty much everywhere at Just Gaymin Pod. JOST GAYMIN POD. Add the number 1 if you're looking for us on Twitch for now. And be sure to check out the playlist at Just the Playlist, JOSTTHEPLAYLAST. And until then, we'll catch you bitches on episode 6. Bye.